what I want to leave us today with is that you are who God says you are, period. You are who God says you are. No one else needs to give you any labels. You do not need to give yourself any labels, because we also give ourselves labels. You just need to go to the Word of God and find what God says, about you and who He says you are, and that's what you need to latch on. And the other thing is that your worth is never determined by your life stages or your circumstances. So if I were to look at my life, a single mother, a divorcee, I could easily allow those circumstances, and those stages of my life define me. But the truth of the matter is that it does not matter. God can use anyone. If you look at Jesus's genealogy in Matthew, or is it Luke? One of those. Matthew, I think. You will find that Rahab, the prostitute, was mentioned in that particular genealogy. And why is it that? Because God looks at our hearts. So it's not our worth, it's not our past, it's not our shame, it's not our circumstances, it's not our life stage that determines our worth. It is God who determines our worth. And the final thing that I want to say is that the only way that we can slay the giant of identity crisis is by God's truth and not human effort. We can never do it on our own. We cannot ask someone else to do it for us. What we can do, is like Julia and I are doing. We can speak about our experiences. We can coach you. We can walk the journey with you. But ultimately, it's God who can work within you, and God's truth that can anchor you to be able to live the best version of yourself as God has ordained for you.
Well, thank you